This program is brought to you by the Genesis Communications Network, a world leader in talk radio since 1998. Visit GCNlive.com today.
Welcome, and thank you for tuning into the Naseema Omer Show. I really appreciate all my listeners, and thank you to all for sharing the word on my show and passing it to friends and families. As always, you can catch me on the YouTube channel, the Naseema Omer Show, as well, after the live show. I am very excited. I have interviewed Dr. Joel Wallach several times on my radio show, and I have him here again in our sunny Minnesota, and I'm very excited to interview him again. Welcome, Dr. Joel Wallach.
Well, thank you, Naseema. Very pleased to be with you always, and appreciate your hospitality.
Thank you. I want to talk a little about Dr. Joel Wallach's background before we go into our conversation here, which is always very exciting, full of information and knowledge and information in bite-sized pieces that everybody can understand. The nice thing about the Naseema Omer Show is that you can go back to the archive files and listen to it again and again if you missed any part of the information. Dr. Joel Wallach is a veterinarian and a naturopath physician, and in 2011 was the recipient of the Klaus Schwartz Award, recognizing the work of pioneers in the field of trace element research. Today, Dr. Joel Wallach is renowned for his groundbreaking research on the health benefits of selenium and other minerals. He now dedicates his time to lecturing throughout the world on the therapeutic benefits of vitamins and minerals and on advising the U.S. Food and Drug Administration on behalf of the dietary supplement industry. I could go on and on, but we will cover a lot of things as we speak about his journey from his childhood to where he is today, and cover a lot of these exciting things that'll be much more exciting to hear from him than me reading his background and extensive bio. He has written tons and tons of articles and published books, and has fought the FDA on many things, and things that we will cover in our talk today. So, Dr. Wallach, I'm going to take you back. Welcome again, and thank you. I know you have a very busy schedule, and kudos to you. I know I would not have the energy you have to keep traveling 300 out of the 365 days a year, giving your health seminars. And as you've told me many times, if you're passionate about something and that is your motivator, is to heal, support the healing of bodies in people and animals. You see?
Well, it's a very good description.
Is that?
Yeah, you've hit the nail on the head. And as you point out, when you have a passion for something, you never get tired.
Right. So, Dr. Joel Wallach, I'm going to take you back to when you were a little boy, 4 years old or 6 years old, somewhere around there, helping Mom and Pop on the farm. And where was that farm?
West St. Louis County.
Okay. And what did you do? What were some of your chores?
Well, the farm was raised Angus cattle, and of course you had to grow things for them to eat and so on. And so chores were feeding the calves in the morning before I'd get picked up by the bus to go to school, and feed the chickens, and weed the garden, that kind of, take the wood ashes outside and put them in the garden, that kind of stuff.
Okay. Now, I have to say something, ask you something actually. The bus stop, was it 3 miles uphill and 3 miles downhill? Just kidding there. So, Dr. Joel Wallach, when you were a child, you experienced some health challenges yourself. Was it some twitches that you had? And what was going on, and when did you discover that?
Well, you could call it twitches, or medically it would be called a tick, facial tick, not the bug tick, but where you squint your eyes, you kind of make noises and things. And since I grew up on a farm, I made animal noises, and it was recognized when I was 4. Today it'd be called Tourette syndrome. Didn't have a name for it back then, and got worse and worse and worse over 5 years. By the time I was 9, I was disabled, and all the people in church knew I was inhabited by the devil, because it was pretty awful. And finally, my mom took me to, quote, the best eye doctor in St. Louis, unquote, and she said, well, I've examined him, can't find anything wrong with him except his long eyelashes, and I believe they're hitting his glasses, curling back, and tickling his eyeballs as was causing all this. Well, I'm 9 years old, and I'm saying, wait a minute, I can't believe this is caused by my eyelashes. No.
And what was it that the doctor had given you at that time for your eyelashes?
Well, she gave me a Maybelline eyelash brush, eye makeup brush, and she wanted me to retrain my lower eyelashes to go down so they wouldn't tickle my eyeballs, and my upper ones to go up so they didn't tickle my eyeballs. And I said, no, ma'am, I'm not going to do that. And so the next day in school, when everybody else went to lunch, I went to the library, 9 years old, and asked the librarian if there was anything there that was simple health information, like a nursing handbook or a medical student's handbook. And she pointed back to the corner, and it had the Merck manual and some nursing training books. And I went to the index and looked for eyelash stuff and eyelid stuff and couldn't find anything. So I just went down through the index, the A's and the B's, and got to the C's and saw cramps. I said, well, maybe it's a cramp. I heard athletes talking about cramps. And I said, go to page so-and-so, went there, and it talked about a calcium deficiency. Well, in that bag of pellets I was feeding the calves every morning before the bus would pick me up to go to school, I would read the analysis label on the bag of alfalfa pellets. And it had vitamins and minerals, including calcium. So after school that day, I came home, bus dropped me off, I run to the barn, started eating handfuls of these alfalfa pellets, and put them in my pockets, and the next morning I threw the cereal out to the chickens in the yard and filled my bowl with these pockets full of alfalfa pellets with the calcium in it. And I was putting milk in there. My mom really was obsessed. She said, what? That's animal food. You can't eat that. And took it away from him. My dad took it away from her, gave it back to me. He said, well, let him try it. Nothing else is working. And in 3 days' time, I was cured.
Wow.
It was very dramatic. And so I knew as a kid that there was something about nutrition that could help you with health problems that doctors were confused about.
Yeah. Wow, that is fascinating. At age 9, such a young age, taking that initiative to kind of take charge of your health at that point, because, curlers of Maybelline or whatever just didn't sound like they would fix the issue. And so then what happened? Your mom noticed this. Your dad noticed this. And what happened
everybody
next?
In the community, the church noticed it, and they began to come to me. First it was 2 or 3, then it was 5 or 6, and they'd say, well, I've got diabetes, can you help me with that? And I said, I'm only 9 years old, I'm not a doctor. I was getting kind of scared.
Right.
And so I began to do more reading on these various diseases that plagued people in our city and our relatives and church and neighbors and things, and in school. It turns out there were 2 views. One was the veterinary view and the other one was the medical view. Mm-hmm. And the veterinary view, there was no health insurance, and so farmers, to stay profitable, had to prevent diseases. They also had to have a simple way to get rid of them that were cost effective, and everything from preventing birth defects and rebuilding joints when you had arthritis in a racehorse and that kind of thing. And there were diseases where young animals would die of sudden heart death, just like our young athletes, same thing. And it turns out it's due to a deficiency of a single mineral. And medical doctors and sports medicine doctors want these young athletes to train more. And, of course, then they die earlier. About 10,000 young Americans die each year under the age of 20 while they're playing sports or training for sports. And it's a deficiency of that one mineral. It turns out that same mineral deficiency is the root cause of SIDS, it's not sleeping on their bellies, not babies sleeping on their bellies, where they usually under age 4 months they'll die suddenly of heart death. but it's due to a deficiency of a single mineral, and it's also a deficiency that causes other diseases, birth defects. And 1977, I was working at the Yerkes Primate Center in Atlanta, Georgia, with Emory University, and I ran into the first non-human case of cystic fibrosis. And it was very dramatic, and so I took slides and I shipped them to the experts on cystic fibrosis without telling them it was a monkey. I just said, what do you think of these tissues? They sent it back on their letterhead. Oh, this is a classic example of cystic fibrosis. Yes, I was very excited about that. I did my due diligence. And I had already done 20,000 autopsies by that time, so I knew what to look for. And I found out, unlike the medical system, which believes that cystic fibrosis is a genetic defect, that it turns out it's a nutritional deficiency during pregnancy, which is reversible even after the baby's born. Mm-hmm. And I could also get rid of the genetic marker, which wasn't really a marker. It occurred in 17 other diseases that plagued kids and had no relationship remotely to cystic fibrosis, and so I was able to use a system to eliminate the genetic marker, which isn't a genetic marker, and reverse cystic fibrosis in kids. And they fired me. He said, everybody knows it's genetic. You can't say it's not genetic. And it was a big hoo-ha. When I first discovered it, and everybody agreed to it, and they were very excited. First non-human case of cystic. I was in every newspaper in the world. And then when they fired me, I was in every newspaper in the world again.
Oh, my gosh. And, you know, your message has not changed. For over 20 years, your message has been one and the same.
Almost 50 years.
50 years. 50 years, I'm sorry. And your message has been the same.
Mm-hmm. And the message is true. And people say, is there any research? What you're saying is so outrageous. Well, how about $100 billion worth of research from agricultural schools, veterinary schools, pharmacy schools, all over the world? Over $100 billion worth of research backs me up. And, of course, when they fired me, to make a long story short, Naseema, I actually went back to school and became a naturopathic physician, first licensed in Portland, Oregon. And my goal was to treat these kids, which I knew would be treated incorrectly because they still believe, the medical system believed it was genetic. And I learned that, gosh, there's arthritis. I could help people with musculoskeletal problems. There's high blood pressure. There's heart disease. I could help with that. And then there's type 2 diabetes, which is a deficiency of a single mineral, not genetic. And it was crazy that all these diseases that medical doctors were saying genetic in humans were really just nutritional deficiencies as we learned in animals.
Yeah. You know, I hear that music, and stay tuned because when we come back, we're going to hear exciting information on Operation Rhino Team from Dr. Joel Wallach. Stay tuned.
There is an affordable alternative to the high cost of healthcare that offers freedom from insurance while providing compliance with the Obamacare individual mandate. Imagine having access to quality, affordable healthcare that allows you the freedom to choose your doctor and hospital. Members can share up to 100% of necessary medical expenses, including some alternative treatments. Find out how you and your family can contain healthcare costs without giving up your freedom. Go to libertyoncall.org. That's libertyoncall.org.
Hi, this is Dr. Joel Wallach, the Mineral Doctor. You've heard me talk about 90 for Life for years. 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, 2 fatty acids. You may not know this, that I've actually designed Arthrodex for animals. That's right. Your pets need 90 for Life, too. Get this essential pet product by calling 877-279-9422. That's 877-279-9422. Again, 877-279-9422.
GCN and Longevity are bringing Dr. Joel Wallach to Hawaii for the first time in 20 years. Aloha, I'm Melina, Senior Vice Chairman with Longevity GCN team. Exclusive to GCN, you have the opportunity to meet and greet with Dr. Joel Wallach of Dead Doctors Don't Lie. For leaders that want to support GCN, your health and wealth, visit wallachhawaii.com, teamg'day.com, or call 808-436-5025.
You know about RVs, you've heard about bunkers, but surviving is not recreation, and man wasn't made to live underground. Introducing Survivalist Camps, the ultimate fully functional off-the-grid survival bug-out house that's mobile, well-equipped, and custom-built to outlast any other RV or trailer. Go to survivalistcamps.com to learn more. That's survivalistcamps.com, providing your basic needs to survive. survivalistcamps.com.
This is Dan Pilla. Do you owe the IRS money you can't pay? Are tax debts crippling you? I've defended people from the IRS for over 30 years. I've helped thousands, and I can help you too. I wrote the book on IRS settlement, and I'm telling you, there's no such thing as a hopeless case. Call 800-34-NO-TAX to finally get free of IRS debt. With the IRS's new programs, there's never been a better time to solve your problem. Call 800-34-NO-TAX. That's 800-34-NO-TAX, or my website, danpilla.com.
For over 5 years, you've been hearing about the Berkey Guy, so you may know a few things about him. For example, you are well aware of the superior quality and effectiveness of Berkey water filters and accessories. But did you know the Berkeys have had independent lab tests done to prove just how effective they are? It's true, and he can email you the test results. Just visit GoBerkey.com. You may also know that the Berkey Guy has helped tens of thousands of people get better prepared. Now here's something you may not know. GoBerkey.com has amazing specials and deals all the time on a wide variety of survival and preparedness products. Most ready to ship same day. Visit the Berkey Guy at GoBerkey.com and be sure to click the red Products on Sale Now button. You can always call toll-free 877-886-3653. Again, that's 877-886-3653. GoBerkey.com, home of the Berkey Guy.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pileski of the Pileski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states.
Attention Xarelto users. If you or a loved one took Xarelto and suffered a serious bleeding event, you may be entitled to financial compensation. Xarelto is a popular prescription blood thinner used to prevent blood clots and protect patients from strokes. These serious bleeding events have led to numerous cases of hospitalization and even death. Phone lines are open 24/7. Call 800-261-0937. That's 800-261-0937.
Welcome back. You are listening to the Naseema Omer Show, produced by Genesis Communication Network. You can catch any of these shows by going to NaseemaOmer.com. That's N-A-S-E-E, M as in Mary, A as in Apple, O-M as in Mary, ER.com, NaseemaOmer.com, or go to GCNlive.com. And enjoy the show. Please do share with family and friends as well. Dr. Joel Wallach, I want to mention a little bit about your Operation Rhino team, because it's just so exciting. And anytime I think about that, the picture that hangs in the Longevity headquarters office in Chula Vista comes to mind, where you are there with this enormous beast, really, animal, and your family, your very young family over there. And that is just an exciting picture. But more importantly, you have a book in the Smithsonian. So do share about that.
Okay. Well, when I went to college, I went to agricultural school at the University of Missouri, and my major is in animal husbandry and nutrition. I'm going to go back and be a scientific farmer. And my roommate, because I was on the wrestling team for the university, and so they had all the athletes housed together in a dormitory kind of thing. And my roommate was going to apply for veterinary school. He said, "Why don't you come with me?" I said, "Well, no, that wasn't my purpose." He said, "Well, come on, what are you not doing anything anyway?" And so I went and applied. By golly, they accepted me. And so went through veterinary school, got my degree in agriculture, got my degree in veterinary medicine. I got halfway through a PhD degree in pathology, And I went from, most people don't know this part because they rarely talk about it, but I went, when I graduated veterinary school, I went next to Iowa State University in the Iowa State Diagnostic Laboratory. I'm working for the state and the university, and I was taking classes to work towards finishing up my PhD in pathology because I was halfway through it. And I was looking for a thesis subject, and Marlon Perkins, the old Mutual Omaha Wild Kingdom show, sent me a letter because I had worked for him during junior high and high school days at the zoo during the summer times and the weekends. And he said, Wallach, I need you to go to Africa and work on the white rhino conservation project. Now, you don't refuse Marlon Perkins. So I said, okay, I can always come back.
What an opportunity.
Yeah. So I can always come back and finish my PhD. So I went and spent 2 years there, and I was prepared to stay forever. I was having the time of my life. By that time, I had caught 100 white rhino because they were down to like 400, and I caught 200 of them, shipped them back to the States. So if you see a white rhino in a wild animal park or a zoo, it's either one that I caught or offspring of the one I caught.
That's amazing.
And today there's over 10,000 worldwide that came from that project.
Wow.
Took another 100 up to Wanky Game Reserve, which was at southern Rhodesia back in those days, and today it's Zimbabwe. And they're up to about 400 of them. They're in that park now, and I brought 100 of them up there, so it's very exciting. And after 2 years, Perkins sends me another letter. Said, I've just got this big grant from the National Institutes of Health to study pollution as a cause of death and illness from natural causes. And you wrote the first paper, which I did as a graduate student. I wrote the first paper on a mass die-off in America from pollution, got it published in scientific journals. And I just, out of courtesy to him, gave him a copy of it. And he remembered that, and he and the head of the biology department at Washington University, Dr. Barry Cometer, the two of them came up with a grant application. They got the money from the National Institutes of Health, and they wanted me to be the pathologist on it and do autopsies on both animals and people who had died of natural causes in the big cities in North America.
Okay.
Or Canada, U.S., and Mexico. And they were looking for pollution. Back then, in 1967, the date was, when she came back from Africa, everybody knew the Earth was going to end in 2 weeks from pollution, and they wanted me to prove that pollution was the cause of death from natural causes. Well, it turns out, make a long story short, was that pollution had nothing to do with causes of death from natural causes. All these deaths from natural causes in over 454 species of animals, 17,000 some change of animals from these big zoos, and 3,000 humans, was nutritional deficiencies. All documented by chemistry. I did over 20 million chemistries. I had like 7 technicians who were just working 24/7 because the Earth was ending, and
oh my gosh,
it was
crises
time. Yep. And so it proved that it was nutritional deficiency. And again, they were just sort of dumbfounded. So then, when I went to Yerkes Primate Center after that project was done, ran into the project with the cystic fibrosis, I knew what to look for, and sure enough, I found it. It was a nutritional deficiency and not genetics.
That is fascinating, fascinating. Stay tuned to find out more when we come back after this quick commercial break.
Hi, I'm Dr. Joel Wallach, founder of Youngevity, a publicly traded company. We're very excited about it. We're in 55 countries and just really helping the world, just very excited. I've been sharing this message for over 30 years, and it has not changed with the changing times. Every man, woman, and child needs the 90 essential nutrients just to survive, much less to thrive. To put the odds in your favor to live as long as possible with the highest possible quality of life, you must get these nutrients every day.
I am Naseema of the Naseema Omer Radio Show and a key leader distributor of Youngevity. I take the nutritional supplements that Dr. Joel Wallach has put together in a neat package, Healthy Body Start Pack, and get all the 90 essential nutrients daily. Get started on yours today from my online store, NaseemaOmer.com. That's NaseemaOmer.com, or call 877-279-9422.
For P150, P150GA, P150NY, P150OK, P150TN, C250A, C250E, C250Q. Not available in all states. If New York, call for a similar offer.
What's the scariest thing about going to the dentist? Opening your mouth or opening your wallet? Because just a simple cleaning can cost $100, and things like root canals can cost you hundreds more. If you don't have dental insurance to help, call Physicians Mutual Insurance Company, 1-800-798-4326. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps pay for checkups right away. So you can call today and get your teeth cleaned tomorrow. Plus, it helps cover the more expensive procedures you might need down the road. Fillings, crowns, bridges, even costly dentures. There's no deductible and no annual maximum. Your acceptance is guaranteed for one of these insurance policies, even if you're retired. There are no networks, so you can choose any dentist you'd like. Call now for a free information kit with all the details. 1-800-798-4326. That's 1-800-798-4326. 1-800-798-4326.
Will the government protect your family from Iran and North Korea's newest weapon, EMP? We buy guns to protect ourselves, home, health, and car insurance for accidents. Maybe you also have food storage. But how would you keep your refrigerator running in a long-term EMP blackout? Using tested military designs, the Solarc EMP-hardened solar generator protects and powers your critical appliances for years without burying items underground or wrapping them in aluminum foil. Unlike other preps, Solarc is used every day to help offset your electric bill automatically. Visit PortableSolarLLC.com to learn how easily expandable the system is. Solarc is the most affordable and powerful solution on the market. The whole system even fits in the back of a pickup or SUV and can install in less than an hour. See for yourself why Solarc beats other off-grid systems at PortableSolarLLC.com. Don't wait for the government. Go to PortableSolarLLC.com to learn why Solarc is energy insurance for your family.
Do you or someone you know suffer from chest pain, blood pressure, cholesterol, or irregular heartbeat? Are you looking for a more natural solution to overcome these health challenges? You hear the ads all the time. If this stuff's so good, why doesn't my doctor prescribe it? That's easy. Doctors are not trained in natural medicine. Extendivite Heart Tonic does want you to be as healthy as you can be, and it really works. Take Extendivite for 6 months and your doctor will say, I don't know what you're doing, but don't stop. It's working for you. Get the dependability of Extendivite. Just see how you feel in 6 months. A 2-month supply of either capsules or liquid is only $69.95 plus shipping and handling. Call 1-877-928-8822. That's 1-877-928-8822. Or visit heartdrop.com.
Extend your life with Extendivite.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, the inventor of MyPillow, and like all of you out there, I had problems sleeping. Pillows would go flat, I would flip-flop all night long, I would wake up with a sore neck, maybe a headache, or feel like I needed a nap even though I slept 8 hours. When I invented MyPillow, I wanted it to where you can move the patented fill to give you the exact support you need as an individual, regardless of sleep position. MyPillow will get you into that deep REM sleep faster, and you will stay there longer. It's not about how much time we spend in bed, it's about how much of that quality sleep we get. I do all of my own manufacturing right here in the United States. I have a 10-year warranty. You can wash and dry my pillow, and I give you a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. And here's my best offer ever. You can buy one of my pillows and get one absolutely free.
Go to MyPillow.com or call 800-870-0305 and use promo code GCN. That's MyPillow.com or 800-870-0305 with promo code GCN.
Welcome. This is Naseema from the Naseema Omer Show, a radio program produced by Genesis Communication Network. I am very excited to interview Dr. Joel Wallach again on my radio program. Just before we went on break, Dr. Joel Wallach was explaining about the Operation Rhino project, and I want to mention that the book Dr. Joel Wallach authored, Diseases of Exotic Animals, which is in the Smithsonian, is a book that is still used to date by leading veterinary schools and is on the Smithsonian Institute's recommended reading list for zoological gardens and aquariums. Yes, I know I enunciate kind of funny, zoological. So, but that is such a huge accomplishment at such a young age. And, you know, going back where I thought was 20 years is because you also founded a company as a result. Mm-hmm. But your message, you're correct, has been the same for over 50 years.
Yes, and of course, Naseema, that book is 1,200 pages. It represents 20,000 autopsies, 17,000 some change of over 454 species of animals and 3,000 humans. And it's in the book. The book is in the Smithsonian Institute as a national treasure. And when they originally sold, they were $140 a piece. They originally printed 10,000 copies, and it was from the W.B. Saunders publishing house, which published all the medical books and textbooks. So I was very proud of that. And they sold for $140, and they said, well, we're not going to sell many of them, and at $140 because back then,
that's a lot of money.
It was a lot of money, but back then the textbooks were selling for $25 each, and so within 2 weeks they sold them all out.
Wow!
And today, if you can find one on eBay or Craigslist or something like that, if you can get one for less than $5,000, you better get it, even if it's beat up and dog-eared and coffee-stained. They make people put down on their credit card an $18,000 deposit if you're going to borrow it from medical school libraries, okay? And you get your money back when you give them the book back. And when they're in perfect condition, and if they're in perfect condition and still in the box, never been opened, they go for $25,000 each. Wow. And the reason, Naseema, to repeat that study would cost over $1 billion. So every medical school library wants them, and they're willing to pay $25,000 for them because it's cheaper than $1 billion to redo the study. Yeah.
Right.
And so we're thinking about adding these 50 years now of added data that I've accumulated to it and republishing it and adding so much therapeutic stuff on humans that we've done, literally millions of people around the world in 55 countries. So we have an enormous amount of data that would really enhance the people part of that book.
Oh, that is, I'm just so honored to be working with you, Dr. Joel Wallach. You have just
very sweet,
very extensive experience and all that hard work. I know you barely slept a wink, and it's those supplements and trace elements that kept you going, and you're in great shape. How old are you today?
76. I'll soon be 77, so I'm happy about that. Have not been sick in 70 years since I've been taking the supplements twice a day. Have not been sick, haven't had a cold, never been on a prescription drug, never had any surgery. And nobody's going to steal an airplane with me on it.
That's right. And by the way, you get your weightlifting done at age 77. You gotta sometimes see how much luggage Dr. Joel Wallach travels with. And I'm not talking a couple of pieces of carry-on. I'm talking about good 3 big-size bags with like ironclad shells so that no one can get to his supplements that are in there, because he travels with a 3-month supply of all his nutritional supplements and reading stuff because he just enjoys. He can never stop. I've never seen him just sit idle. Never. He's always reading, talking, lecturing, giving advice, and can repeat the same thing over and over and over again. That's how much passion he has, because I would go nuts in repeating something just 5 times. It's a fact. So then you translate this to the human world.
Yes.
Okay, and then you go back and you become a physician. You're a naturopath physician, and how did that journey evolve? You had a little practice, and then what happened?
Okay, well, what happened was I was realizing that using my veterinary information on my human patients, that I'm getting results that nobody else in the world is getting. For instance, blood sugar problems, type 2 diabetes. You have to appreciate that in animals, we've known for 85 years that type 2 diabetes is caused by deficiency of a single mineral. It's not a genetic thing. But in humans, they're saying it's genetic. Well, so I started giving the veterinary approach to my human patients with type 2 diabetes instead of the medical approach, and by golly, in 2 months' time, 2 weeks' time, and sometimes 2 days' time, they no longer had diabetes.
Wow.
Would go away. And then they would say, you can't regrow cartilage. Once you've lost your cartilage, that's it. It's kind of like poured concrete, and you get what you got, and if it wears away, you got to have an artificial knee. But they don't do that for racehorses worth $50 million. They regrow the cartilage. So I said, I'll try that. Tried it on humans, and it works. Mm-hmm. And so I've been doing this for at least 38 years. At the beginning, I was just doing what I was taught as a physician, licensed in Oregon and California. And but then I started introducing my veterinary stuff. I just out of curiosity, and it worked. And so I started making prepackaged programs, and I think that's one of the signature things of our company. Is that we have prepackaged programs for over 900 different diseases. So if somebody, for instance, what would you use the healthy weight loss pack for? Well, weight loss. Yeah. What would you use the healthy bone and joint pack for? Anything going on with your bones? Osteopenia, osteoporosis, arthritis, bone spurs, periodontal disease, which is just osteoporosis of the face, all kinds of peripheral neuropathies, and so forth. And what would you use the healthy sports pack for? Well, like I said, we have 10,000 kids under the age of 20 dying each year from this single deficiency of one mineral, from sudden heart death, cardiomyopathy heart attacks. I've done actually 1,700 autopsies on kids under the age of 10 that have died of that one. 1,700. And it's really criminal that the medical system does not insist when kids play sports, they must take the 90 essential nutrients. 16 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, 3 fatty acids, and the parents would never have to worry about them dying suddenly. Because ruptured aneurysms, which is the second most common cause of sudden death in athletes, is caused by a deficiency of a single mineral. It's a different mineral, the one that causes hypertrophic cardiomyopathy heart disease, but those two mineral deficiencies are the cause of all the sudden death in athletes, 10,000 alone in America every year. There was just one a couple of days ago. I was down in Jackson, Mississippi. There was an 8-year-old child. It's a little girl, and she was working on gymnastics and drops dead.
Oh, sad.
Yeah, and then also a coach for one of the universities down there. He was 37 years old, and he was teaching his students and dropped dead in front of the students.
Oh, sad.
Cardiomyopathy heart attack, all because of a simple deficiency in the middle. Now, Gatorade only has 2 nutrients. Powerade has 6. Our Sports Drink Rebound, which is in the Healthy Sports Pack, has 100, including those minerals.
Yes, it's fascinating. And sometime if we have time, we'll go over the story of Theo Ratliff. But I have interviewed him, and wow, that product is amazing.
Yes.
Wonderful man. And yes, you cannot just follow the food pyramid that is just published everywhere and give that to your children and expect them to perform above average and work so hard in their sports and athletes, especially if they're competing. Because something's bound to happen, if not right now, probably down the road.
Yes, and of course, the scary thing is, Naseema, right now, medical experts in the government and medicine are telling us that our children will be the first generation of Americans that do not live as long as their parents because of this issue. That's because if you ask a doctor, well, shouldn't I be taking a multiple something in addition to my food? Oh, no. Listen, this is America. You just eat well, you're going to get everything you need. Well, the third world cultures that are in the top 20 longevity cultures, we're not in the top 20. We're like 41 when it comes to longevity. And the top 20 longevity cultures are all third world cultures. They don't have doctors. They don't have health insurance. And yet they have 40 times 100-year-olds we do. They have 100 per 250 of their population. We only have 1 per 10,000. And it's because we're not getting the nutrients in our food. Plants only need 3 minerals to grow well and make good seeds for the next generation, Naseema. Plants only need 3. All vertebrates, including hummingbirds and flamingos and turtles and fish and elephants and bears and lions and tigers and dogs and cats and rats and human beings, all vertebrates require 60. And we're no longer getting 60 minerals in our food. And so if you don't supplement, you will be burying your children. I'm not trying to scare people, but I am trying to tell them the truth. We must have family meetings every week. Even if your family is scattered through 4 or 5 different states, that's what Skype and telephone.
With the technology, it's amazing.
Conference calls. You need to be going over this once a week to make sure everybody's on the rails, they're taking the 90 essential nutrients, they're avoiding the bad foods, and you will prevent that terrible prediction that our children will be the first generation of Americans that do not live as long as their parents from coming true. If we're not taking this seriously and say, well, we go to the doctor once a year and he gives us no, that's not even close to good enough. Just remember, and you may remember, Naseema, that the average lifespan for medical doctors, their own study, which came out in 1999, is 56.
Wow.
Why would you believe anybody for how to be long-lived and healthy whose average lifespan in their profession is 56? Their study, they published it in 6 different medical journals. And so medical doctors are not the people to listen to when it comes to health and longevity. You get run over by a truck, you're bleeding internally, you need to go to them, get cut open, and stop the bleeding. And you hope and pray on the way to the emergency room that they're sober, because 52% are intoxicated on alcohol, street drugs, pain drugs, street drugs, and also prescription drugs. And people say, well, you must not like doctors very much. Well, doctors may be nice as individual, but the profession has failed us. They should be doing breathalyzer tests on doctors before they go into surgery. They should be doing breathalyzer tests before they come in to see patients. They should be getting a urine test strip screen to see if they're on any drugs before they go in to see patients or do surgery. This is not me, Naseema. This is Harvard Medical School. Okay. Dr. Lucien Lepay, who is the head of the Department of Public Health, he did those studies. Not me, that 52% of medical doctors are intoxicated on alcohol, street drugs, and
prescription. That is so sad. And we put our lives in their hands.
You're holding your heart.
And we sign our lives away in those waivers before surgery as well. So
one more thing real quickly, because I know our time is...
Yes. No, go ahead, please.
And that is, this just came out a month or so ago, that medical doctors' mistakes are the 3rd leading cause of death in America.
Wow, we'll have to hear more on that when we come back from this quick short break.
Is negative content or comments on the web affecting your personal or professional reputation? Unfavorable comments, embarrassing pictures, videos, legal documents, and negative articles can ruin your personal life, your career, or your business. It happens a lot, and it's just not fair. But what can you do? ReputationDefender.com can help protect your good name. Get a free consultation now. Call 800-831-0771. That's 800-831-0771. Call right now for a free expert reputation analysis. It's easy to squash the unfair attacks with our patented system, and the analysis is absolutely free. Make the best things about you jump out in searches. Protect your personal and professional reputation, your business, and your income. Get your free reputation analysis from ReputationDefender.com right now. Call 800-831-0771. 800-831-0771. That's 800-831-0771. Or visit ReputationDefender.com today.
My computer is so slow, it's making me crazy.
I used to have that problem.
Did you quit using a computer, or did you buy a new one?
No, I called Geeks On Site. They made an appointment to visit my home and showed up the same day.
You mean they didn't ask you to bring your computer to a shop? That's what happened when I called a support company.
Geeks On Site can go to your home or business or even repair your computer online. They have 24/7 emergency service.
If you are having problems with your PC or Mac, call Geeks On Site. 1-800-591-1682. Our friendly certified computer repair experts are available 24/7. Call now for a free diagnosis. 1-800-591-1682. Data recovery, virus removal, and maintenance for all laptops, desktops, printers, and networks. That's Geeks On Site for friendly certified computer repair experts, available 24/7 over the phone or in your home or business. Just call 1-800-591-1682. That's 1-800-591-1682. 1-800-591-1682.
Are you worried about your mom or dad living alone in their house? Hi, I'm Joan London. Listen, I know how difficult it is to find senior care for someone you love. That's why I recommend a free service called A Place for Mom. They are the nation's largest senior living referral service. Call A Place for Mom today.
To receive free information on senior living communities in your area, call A Place for Mom at 1-800-704-6182.
A Place for Mom offers free one-on-one advice from local advisors and a personalized list of senior living communities you can visit. If you have questions about senior care for your mom or dad, there's a place for answers, A Place for Mom.
Call A Place for Mom in the next 10 minutes to get your free ebook on financing senior care as well as free information on senior living communities in your area. Call 1-800-704-6182. That's 1-800-704-6182.
Has neck, back, or shoulder pain got you down? Go to sunshine-pillows.com and get soothing comfort, support, and pain relief fast. Their microwavable heat therapy pillows and wraps treat neck and shoulder pain, reduce stress, and relax the soul. An ergonomic pillow from Sunshine Pillows supports your head and neck on long trips or when simply resting at home. Be good to yourself. Visit sunshine-pillows.com. Sunshine-pillows.com.
Something shocking just happened in a Coast Guard unit in San Diego. The old guys in the unit have turned the tables and are now destroying the young bucks in head-to-head fitness tests. How is this even possible? Turns out the old guys in this unit have been part of a special test group for a doctor-formulated fountain of youth drink called Patriot Power Greens. Patriot Power Greens has been so effective for many of the older soldiers that it's made their achy joints, stiff muscles, and lack of energy a thing of the past. Previously, this drink was only available to elite military units. But for a limited time, the creator of Patriot Power Greens has set aside a small number of free sample packs specifically for our conservative friends. But you must act fast. Due to the high demand from members of the Coast Guard, our supply is extremely limited right now. To claim your free samples of Patriot Power Greens, go to greens75.com. That's greens75.com. greens75.com.
Worried about lead, fluoride, and other contaminants in your drinking water? Get a ProPure with the Pro 1G 2.0 cleanable reusable filter and remove up to 200 contaminants. Drink water the way nature meant it to be. Clean, crisp, and refreshing. See the complete line of ProPure products, including the new ProMax shower filter. There's a ProPure for you. Visit your authorized ProPure dealer for details or ProPureUSA.com. That's ProPureUSA.com.
Welcome back. You are going to enjoy the last segment of today's show. Please know that you can listen to this again and again and share the file with your friends and family, as Dr. Joel Wallach, who I'm having a great interview with today, shared in third section. It's so important to share pieces and nuggets of information with your family, no matter how young the child is, because they will remember and take charge of their health, hopefully, as well. Just before we went to break, Dr. Joel Wallach was explaining how the medical profession has failed us in so many different avenues of our lives. Granted, they're great for heroic acts as surgery, fixing stitches and things like that, broken bones in accidents, etc., traumatic things. But then, go on, Doc Wallach. Let me know.
You're saying it very well, Naseema. Mm-hmm. You know, you get a fracture, you want to go to an Eagle Scout first, then to a doctor, because Eagle Scout may be able to fix it without the doctor. Right.
Right.
But, this just came out. Johns Hopkins, very well-respected medical school, was the first one, 1783, chartered first medical school in America, and extremely well-respected today, out of Baltimore, Maryland. And they did this study on over 1 million death certificates, and they determined that the medical doctors are the third leading cause of death in America. When you take all causes of death, 251,000 Americans are killed each year. 251,000 Americans are killed each year. It overshadows ISIS.
And shootings or murders.
Yeah, exactly. 251,000 a year. That's 688 a day are killed by doctors' mistakes. They kill 15,000 seniors over the age of 65 every month, 180,000 a year, by putting them unnecessarily into hospitals for unnecessary screening tests so they keep their income stream going. That was came out in 2011. That was from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, not me. And then the one that really gets me is they're the number one leading cause of death when you take all the proactive treatments. You always see these ads on TV. Oh, this prescription drug is good for this, this, and this. Oh, and the side effects are death. And so every FDA-approved pharmaceutical, the side effect is death. Okay? And so people are saying, oh, those vitamins are dangerous. They're not dangerous compared to pharmaceuticals now. But here's the one that gets me. Well, remember, the proactive treatment is the number one cause of death in America from doctors, proactive treatments, because of the pharmaceuticals and surgical mistakes and things. When you add up all number 3 and number 2, they're number 1. And it turns out, Naseema, and this is from the Center for Disease Control, a federal agency that follows this and tracks this. It's also from the Journal of the American Medical Association, the most respected medical journal in America, certainly, maybe the world. And then also the Institute of Medicine, which is an ethics watchdog. This was a full-page ad in many newspapers back February 5th, 2007, and they listed those 3 sources where they got the data from. Okay, so here it comes. They said, headlines, medical doctors kill, injure, and infect 15 million patients in the workplace every year.
That's scary.
That's in hospitals and clinics. They kill, injure, and infect 15 million of their customers every year in the workplace. They don't even get an OSHA ticket. Now, what would happen if a fast food restaurant were to kill, injure, and infect 15 million customers?
Close down, probably.
Not probably, dear. In 0.3 of a millisecond, they'd be shut down. At 688 a day. They wouldn't get past the first 2 hours, and they'd be shut down. And then what about one of the commercial airlines? What if they were to kill, injure, and infect 15 million passengers every year for some simple navigation mistake?
Yep.
They'd be shut down. If they weren't shut down, nobody'd fly that airline.
Correct.
Okay. Then people continue to go back to the medical system because of insurance. And I've had people tell me, well, I know they killed my mom and 3 of my brothers and sisters, but insurance pays for it, so it's much better than trying to pay for it out of my own pocket.
Isn't that sad?
It's absolutely silly, and I just have to tell people you need to have these weekly family meetings to keep people from making those mistakes. Keep people going,
yes. Yeah. Never too young to get started on great supplements every day. Every day, as long as you breathe. I am Naseema of the Naseema Omer Radio Show and a key leader distributor of Longevity. I take the nutritional supplements that Dr. Joel Wallach has put together in a neat package, Healthy Body Start Pack, and get all the 90 essential nutrients daily. Get started on yours today from my online store, NaseemaOmer.com. That's NaseemaOmer.com, or call 877-279-9422.
Hi, I'm Dr. Joel Wallach, founder of Longevity, a publicly traded company. We're very excited about it. We're in 55 countries and just really helping the world. Just very excited. I've been sharing this message for over 30 years, and it has not changed with the changing times. Every man, woman, and child needs the 90 essential nutrients just to survive, much less to thrive. To put the odds in your favor to live as long as possible with the highest possible quality of life, you must get these nutrients every day.
Introducing the fastest-growing digital currency company in the world, OneLife. With over 2.1 million members, OneCoin is becoming the most powerful force in digital currency. It reached over $1 billion in revenue in its first year. No other company has accomplished such an impressive feat. Now you can achieve financial independence with the strength of OneLife. Find out how to build your financial dreams. 877-933-4747. 877-933-4747. Dedicated to helping you create financial abundance.
We use mobile devices right against our bodies every day, but growing scientific evidence has emerged showing serious health risks associated with exposure to EMF radiation emitted from these devices. The solution is Defender Shield, the most effective mobile radiation shielding ever developed. Defender Shield blocks virtually 100% of EMF radiation from cell phones, tablets, and laptops, and starts at just $64.99. Buy now at DefenderShield.com. For 10% off, use promo code GCN. DefenderShield.com, the worldwide leader in mobile radiation shielding.